Scheherazade, Parrish.
I thought I was pregnant. It was July 2006. I went and got a test. I took the test. The test said yes. I didn't believe it. So the following week, I took another test, and the test said yes. And I am pregnant. I'm a poet. I'm a writer. My husband is an international DJ, and this keeps him away from home on average 6 months out of the year. 2 weeks here, 3 weeks there. We are the fun couple. Who's gonna teach me how to be a mother? My mother was dying. In 2002, she was diagnosed with lung cancer. And we didn't know whether it came from the asbestos, and we didn't know whether it came from her smoking habits, but what we did know was that it was terminal. And as I am told, when the doctors say, "Do you want to know how much time you have?" My mother said, "I got as much time as I say I do." And this is Yvonne, 5'1.5". Don't ever forget the half. 98 pounds on her heaviest day. I get it from my mama. After her diagnosis, she became far more intentional about everything, especially her time. She told me I was born on a Thursday. And so Thursdays for us became Mother's Days. And we would get together and we would celebrate each other, usually with food or shopping or her garden. And that was her jam. She had a beautiful garden. And there would be flowers and food just hanging out together. I would always go out with her, and she was maintaining the garden, picking weeds here and there. And she would always say small things like, "You see over there? The ground is cracking. And I don't care what the calendar says. This is how you know that spring is coming. The ground is making way for new life." This right here, those are my daffodils. They bloom in March, like me. We like the sun. And over there, that's where the lilies of the valley are. They bloom in May, like you. They like the shade. My mother had this plant, stood about 3 feet in the center of her garden, one stalk, and on the top, it had a crown of purple flowers. And I said, "Hey, Mom, what is that?" She looked, she said, "It's an onion." I have never seen an onion quite so tall. I've never seen an onion flower. And she said, "I know, right? It's amazing what'll happen when you just let shit be." She said, "Out here, you are either the flower, food, or a leaf. You say so." And we make it to fall. I'm eating, I'm gaining weight. Her not so much. Flowers are dying back, and weight is falling off of my mother like leaves from a tree. And we eat, and we shop, and I am buying all of the books, what every mother should know when mothering, and Pregnancy Magazine, and how to be a good mama, because who's gonna teach me how to be a mother? My mother is dying. And one day she looked me dead in the face and she said, "Girl, ain't no book never had no baby. You wasting your time." This is about you. Just listen to yourself. You will be fine. My husband and I decided that we were gonna have a home birth. We were progressive parents, and we had every trust in ourselves to bring this life. Our parents, not so much. So when we told them we're going to have a home birth. They hit us with all of the what ifs. They gave us every scenario for everything that could go wrong. And I put my foot down and said, you are uninvited from the birth because we don't need this negativity in the space. Baby, my mama looked me up and down like she wanted to do something to me. It's a good thing I was pregnant. She said, okay, I'm going to just make a reservation at the hospital. It is not a hotel. You can't make a reservation. And I don't really know why you tripping. You were a progressive mother. I was one of the first LeBron's babies born in Detroit, right? That's what you told me, right? And she said, yes, in a hospital. And I show her my birthing plans with the pool dimensions, and the midwife is going to be there, and the assistant is going to be there, and everything is going to be fine. The hospital is 5 minutes away. And she goes, just tell me why. Why you want to do this? This is crazy. Just tell me why you want to do it. And I said, I don't know. I heard about it, and everything inside of me said yes. Just like that. She said, well, I guess we need to go get some swimsuits since you're going to have a pool party. And we go on, and we eat, and we shop, and we make it to winter. I am 160 pounds. Snowman proportion. I have never been this thick in my life. I'm talking cheeks, I'm talking boobs, I'm talking everything. It's round, 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 but my mother is more limb-like. She may be 80 pounds, maybe. We had decided, I had a really good friend and teacher, Vivy, and it was her graduation party. We decided all the poets were going to get together. We're going to give her a graduation party in my house. After the poets left, they were going to leave. I was going to go down to see a gig because my man was playing. We had the party. Everything's good. I'm bumping bellies with my friends. Hey, congratulations. They leave, I get ready, I put on my mini skirt because I got legs. I go to the bathroom because you can't be on the road pregnant without going to the bathroom first. I wipe. That's strange. I call my mom. I didn't think too much of it. I say, Mom, this is weird. It looked like I blew my nose. I went to the bathroom. It looks like I blew my nose. And I heard this smile in her voice, and she says, the ground is cracking. Now, by this time, the cancer had spread to my mother's brain. And so I'm like, yeah, it's March, the ground is cracking. It's spring, I get it. I love you. I get ready to go. Can't find my keys. I cannot find my keys. And I look for them for a while. Then I give up. I say, forget it. I take off my mini skirt and I go to bed. 8:07 the very next morning. Something snatches me clean up out of my sleep. And I'm looking around to see what it is because I don't know. I settle back in. This happens 2 more times within the next 20 minutes before it hits me. Oh, shit. These must be the contractions. So I wake husband up. Hey, husband, we're having a baby. He gets the things ready. He gets the pool done. Every contraction becomes a task. I'm 2 weeks early. Contraction. Oh, call the people. Call the family. Call my mama. Call my sister. Okay. Contraction. Oh, shit. Call the photographer. Tell him it's a wrap. Call Monarch. She's going to do my belly cast and tell her it is now or never. Monarch gets there. And you must Vaseline the skin so that the plaster does not dry out the flesh. Also, so that the cast does not rip every hair that you have in your body off once it is removed. And so I'm slathered. And now I am posed. I am ready. And Monarch is going at it, because this is time sensitive. And every contraction, I go, and then the husband writes it down, because we got to keep track of the contractions for the midwife. And I am standing there, still. And these contractions are growing in intensity, and they are shorter. We're about 7 minutes, and each becomes a, ooh. Maybe I should have gone to the hospital. And the very next contraction was, oh, I want my mama. Husband, call mama, call my mother, and he does. Hey, she wants you, and that's what happens. Within the hour, belly cast is gone, midwife is there, Linda, honey, it's every bit as sweet as it sounds. And she's like, we're having a baby. You're gonna make detective in no time. I know we're having a baby. But a few minutes later, my mom and dad arrive. And husband opens the door, and my mother is standing there in a full fur coat, which looks to be easily way heavier than she is. And she has her cuff that she has pinned around her bald head. And she has a pot of beans. And they come in, and mom looks at me and smiles, and she goes in the kitchen, and dad just sits on the couch, and he's watching whatever game is on, and I am on the couch, contracting. And then it happens. I asked mothers, how would you know? How do you know when it's time? And they all say, the ring of fire. Fire, fire, fire. And I'm like, what is that? And they're like, oh, you'll know. It happened. And I knew. Imagine lighting a circular burner, and each flame has the intensity of a blowtorch. And that's almost what it felt like. It happened. I fell clean off of the couch and said, turn that damn TV off. My father stood straight up, turned the television off, closed the entertainment center, and he disappeared. We having a baby, y'all. So I'm in the pool, we're pushing, we're contracting, we're pushing, we contracting. I got my husband by the neck. Every contraction, I'll pull him right here, and we touch, and then I pull him back. Because listen, and then I push him away, and this goes on, and look, I'm tired. I'm done. Listen, I quit. You can give it back. I can't. I'm done. And my mother is in the kitchen. And she looks and she says, Scheherazade. What? She goes, push him out, shove him out, way out. And I giggle. Huh? And his head delivered. One more push. And there he was, Evan Gale, first of his name, named for his grandmothers, Yvonne and Gale, of Houses, Washington, Parrish. And my mother looks at me and goes, Happy Mother's Day. You the mama now. Home birth requires that you spend 2 weeks in the bed, 2 weeks on the bed, and 2 weeks around the bed. But we didn't have that much time. So as soon as I could be on the bed, I was on the way to see my mother. It was about April 1st. And I go see my mom. And she says, hand me my grandbaby. And I do. And then she says, go get me something to eat. And I pause. I'm nervous because she is so frail. They are both so frail. Go get me something to eat. And I do, because it's my mama. And I make it back, and they're fine. And I give her something to eat, and she goes, you eat that. April Fool, ha, ha, ha. That was the last time I saw my mother out of her bed. 30 days later would be the last time that I saw my mother. It has been 17 springs. The ground is cracking. She would have been 73 this coming Tuesday. So, the next time you are walking and you should happen to see a daffodil, remember my mama. Say, hey, Yvonne. And remember, out here, you are either a flower, the fruit, or the leaf. Either way, feed what and who you love. Pay attention to the world around you. Listen to yourself. Ain't no book never had your life. Let them learn from you. Thank you.
Scheherazade, ladies and gentlemen. We got some good stories up here tonight, huh?